Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about the situation going on with Slim and Ryan Taylor. If you don't know, Ryan Taylor is a YouTuber and Slim is a YouTuber. I don't really know what they do, but Ryan Taylor was in the UK versus USA boxing event hosted by Showstar, which has now rebranded themselves to Kingpin, which that will come up again later. And this fight and stuff happened earlier this year in March of 2022. And if you don't know, in the first 30 seconds, Ryan Taylor puts on a poor performance, can't really land anything, and then ends up just headbutting DK Money in the first 30 seconds and gets disqualified. This makes him not wanted by any company, and no one really wants to have a show with him in it anymore. So he's basically not allowed to do boxing anymore. He's basically been outcasted recently. He also ends up jumping before the fight happens. He ends up jumping his opponent's coach for whatever reason, grabbing onto him and trying to run up on him and stuff like that.
I understand that, but look, I'm not no punk though, bro. I don't even know you. Come then, see about me. What is he about me? What's going on? Tell me now. Are you Batman? You little fucking nugget! You little fucking nugget! Come man! And a gangster stamp on your head! Hey, but this is what I'm saying to you. Now look how you left the situation. Now you're getting trapped.
So he has just a history of doing some weird actions like this. I don't know what to really call these actually. But to go on, I'm gonna now go through Slim's part, because if you don't know, they just had a press conference, and after that press conference, Ryan Taylor ends up jumping Slim at a hotel, and Slim explains the situation, and I'm going to be adding my part during this. I'm going to be adding like whatever I want to talk about. Now, if you're wondering why Slim even did this in the first place, well, basically I'm going to add my 2 cents to put that better. But anyway, if you want to know why why Slim even let Ryan Taylor have a chance after basically being outcasted, it's because they used to be friends apparently, and then this ends up happening.
I'm about to see my opponent for the first time in years. Like literally, me and this guy used to be friends. That's why there's a little backstory behind this.
Also, if you're wondering what's so bad about him being jumped and all this, basically he has permanent eye damage. Well, possibly permanent eye damage. But all this is going to be explained in this video. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this.
And it has been, floating around the internet. A lot of people have been talking about it. And I'm finally going to tell you guys what happened. Ryan, the shoe cleaner Taylor, being intimidated about my confidence, I bumped into him at the hotel. And we started talking a little bit. Chime in it. You know he's going chime in it. I'm telling you, but you're not big enough. You can't do it. You're not big enough. You gotta put weight on. Size don't mean nothing. He don't know how to fight. Size don't mean nothing. Listen, I'm trying. So hold on, let me ask you a question. I'm telling you, he's sparring hard right now. He's sparring hard. Is he headbutting people? He's got good rounds. He's headbutting. It don't matter. That's his right hand. It doesn't matter. You can be headbutting fighter over here. He headbutted the geezer. My man rolled over. He wasn't supposed to roll over. You're not supposed to headbutt. It don't matter. Come on, boy. If you're there to fight, don't roll over on the floor like a bitch. Come on, if you're there to fight, don't headbutt. Yeah, but bro, listen, a fight's a fight. I'm telling Kane, I love his kicks. If you need some shoes, you got the name right here.
Is this his vlog? This is so funny. This guy is a fucking joke.
One thing I want to say is that this guy, Ryan Taylor, just sounds like he has a dented head. Like, he sounds like he's like been hit, like, or he got dropped as a baby. He also kind of looks like he was supposed to be a midget. I don't know. I just like, whenever I look at him, I just think this man was actually supposed to be a midget.
Watch this. It's not that.
When you fight, use your hands. Don't headbutt. Use your hands. You should be kissing his feet.
And this is just fight talk. We're talking. And like I said, a lot of people did not want me fighting Ryan Taylor because of his history. If you guys even seen the build-up from his last fight, he was attacking his opponent's professional boxing trainer in the streets.
Because I understand that, but look, I'm not no punk though, bro. I don't even know you. away from me. Come then. See about me. What is he about me? Have a gangster stamp on your head.
Hey, but this is what I'm saying to you. Now look how you've left the situation.
It's so professional, it's stupid. It's like, why would you do that? This guy is not, I feel like he's not all there in the head. And it's so disrespectful to the sport of boxing. And if you can see in that clip, the person helping him attack this professional coach is a professional MMA fighter that fights for Bellator. His name is Kane Musa.
Now, if you're like me and didn't know what Bellator is, it's basically sort of like a UFC, but I'm guessing in the UK area. I'll have a screenshot right in front of us to kind of just explain it while I'm talking.
I got a fight coming. We relax. Trust me. We relax. No one wants you. No one wants it. No one wants it. You tell him relax. Tell him relax. I'm relaxed. I'm relaxed.
I'm chilling. Kane Musa was the initiator behind this whole thing. Ryan Taylor by himself is fragile. He will never do nothing. But with Kane Musa by his side, he felt like he was a tough guy. We're already getting paid a lot of money to fight on July 16th. There's no point to, you know, get all heated in the streets and throw fists, you know what I'm saying? As I started to walk away with Adam, Kane Musa comes from behind me and grabs me.
Who's the trainer? Josh or him? Who's the trainer? Josh or him? Who's the trainer? Come on, man. Come on, man. I can't wait July 16th. This guy's going to, bro, this guy's
July 16th is going down at the O2. We turn into the
Now, I'm not usually like one of them people that get mad at looking at something, but what is this guy doing? Why are, like, you just look so ridiculous trying to throw this man. He never even, this guy's a professional MMA fighter and cannot actually successfully slam this guy. It's really embarrassing what this guy does, and it made me heated because, what was the point of it? You're grabbing for no reason. They were just like, he was literally just trying to talk to the camera, and then this guy just makes a fool of himself. Okay, so due to some technical difficulties I don't know how to fix, basically what ends up happening is the clip I can't put in here because for whatever reason it's corrupted or something. Basically what happens is Slim is about to get slammed by the one guy, the black guy that's part of Bellator. Basically he tries to slam him and fails, and it looks really dumb, and the slam is out of nowhere. Slim is just literally talking to the camera, and he tries to slam him. And basically to also explain a little bit more, they also, like, the black guy just starts slapping, like, their arms. Like, you can go look at the original video, but he starts slapping their arms, I guess to make them mad and try to make them do something. But then the rest of this place. So yeah, enjoy.
Come on, you gonna do kitty stuff? I'm doing kitty stuff? I'm doing kitty stuff?
So I started walking away. Even though this man's grabbing on me, touching me and stuff, I start walking away. And Ryan Taylor, being the cheap shot scumbag, follows me and starts screaming on my face, "Look me in the eye when I'm talking to you. Look me in the eyes when I'm talking to you." And I'm walking away. I'm ignoring him. I'm fully ignoring him. And then Ryan Taylor gets so close to my face, and I still didn't give him no eye contact or anything. And he literally just shoves me.
That's my boy, bro.
He shoves me so hard out of nowhere, like I did not expect it, to the point where I fell to the ground. I'm like, yo, like, what's going on? Adam Sauter, who's also there with me, and he tries to step in. And when he steps in, he gets choked out by professional Bellator fighter Kane Musa. Kane Musa grabs at him, he puts him in a chokehold. And there, I'm by myself, pushed on the ground. I get back up. As soon as I get up, and I was a little upset, but I still didn't react by throwing no punches, so I threw a little feint, you know what I'm saying? Like a boxing feint, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that. And as soon as I threw that feint, you can see Ryan Taylor's reaction. He goes like this. His hands was away from his face and everything. I had an opportunity right there to catch him with an overhand right. Lovely. I could have called him lovely. I threw a feint for him to back off. You know what I'm saying? Not to throw no punches. Like, I was not trying to be aggressive in any matter. Like, I did that literally to, like, keep him away from me because he was coming forward. I wanted to keep this professional. He fully charges at me. He throws the kicks. He grabs me in a headlock. And he squeezes very, very, very tightly. I'm grabbing his arm, trying to like release the pressure at his headlock. but he would not let go. He was like squeezing. He also started throwing punches at me in my eye while squeezing me in the headlock. And I reacted by trying to defend myself. I started swinging punches from the headlock position. I'm not even seeing anything at this point. Like my head's down on the ground. I'm throwing punches from the headlock position, and I felt like I only caught him one time in the face. Compared to the multiple times he punched me in my eye. So as you guys see in this clip, Ryan Taylor has me in the headlock and he's squeezing very, very tightly. I have my free arm and I'm using that free arm to try to break free, and I'm hitting Ryan. And if you guys look closely, you can see that Kane Musa is noticing that I'm punching Ryan with my free arm, and he goes from choking at him to grabbing my arm, and he ties that arm behind my back. So literally I can't even defend myself. Ryan has me in a headlock, and after that he punched me right in my eyeball, like right in my eyeball, while Kane Musa was holding my arm behind my back. I got hit hard, so hard in the eyeball, like he literally caught me right inside my eyeball. He's a fake gangster. This guy is a fake tough guy. He needs to cheap shot his way into getting anything, because he knew one-on-one in a clean fight he would not stand a chance. He knows it.
Bro, you wanted to fight, Ryan. You got Ryan, you little fucking skinny. Bro, you're acting stupid now, bro. Come on, bro. I told you to chill. I told you to fall back. Bro, that's bad.
And even the way he reacted to the way I threw that feint, the way I saw the way he reacted to that feint, there were so many opportunities to catch him, but I still didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I still didn't do it because I'm not that type of person. And oh, honestly, like I was in complete shock that this man was attacking me this aggressively without me doing anything. Like I was actually really shocked. That's why I didn't throw no punches or anything. Like I was shocked. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, why is he doing this? This is his last chance on being on an event like this. I've given him an opportunity to like redeem himself. I went down to the ground because one of the punches hit me right in my eyeball, literally. For like a few minutes, I couldn't see out of my left eye. Like, and I still have trouble seeing out of my left eye, and I'm not to reveal to you guys my eye. Like, honestly, like, it's humiliating, man. I'm really upset because I wanted this fight to go through, and after seeing countless eye doctors, after speaking to countless people, the doctors told me I'm not even allowed to fight right now. I can't train, I can't do anything, and I'm so sad about that. But look at my eye now. The doctor told me my retina is detached. I have countless swellings in the back of my eye, in the front of my eye. I was told that I can't be training, I can't do any boxing, I can't do anything anytime soon, which is so upsetting me. Like, it really breaks my heart. Like, I don't care about the injury, man. I just care like the fact that I can't even compete anymore right now. Even after this incident, I still wanted the fight to go on. I still wanted to fight Ryan Taylor because I still know, I know 100% in a one-on-one, fair, clean match, he has zero chance. It's a suicide mission for Ryan Taylor to step in the ring with me. I know that. And his friend, who's a professional Bellator MMA fighter, Kane Musa, who calls himself a gangster to entrepreneur on his Instagram. He's been to prison countless times. This man initiated everything. This whole thing would never have happened if Kane Musa did not start grabbing me, trying to body slam me. Like, he's the one that initiated everything, the professional fighter. And the funny thing is, this man has a fight on Bellator in a few months. Like, he should never be allowed to fight again.
Another thing that he really talks about is just like how he's just trying to be the better person. I understand trying to be the better person in this situation or in any situation. Now, Slim uploads another video after this, talking about how going through a bit more of the information and stuff like that, and also pulling up like an old video of him getting beat down by a guy that's like smaller than him and stuff like that, basically saying that he wasn't going to win anyway and some other stuff. And it turns out that apparently Ryan Taylor wasn't even allowed to be doing this type of stuff that he was doing, because it wasn't it was in the contract that he wasn't going to be able to do any of this stupid stuff that how he did last time. So he broke contract, so possibly Ryan Taylor could be losing money.
He just been given a second opportunity. On the first day, on the first press conference, on the first time we announced our fight, he fucked it up. He messes it all up.
Do you think Ryan's going to pull any kind of tricks again?
No, he shouldn't, because we have it in the contract that if he pulls some shit, you know what I'm saying, like his purse is going to be taken. So, yeah, I hope not, man. I hope he actually tries to put up a fight, because he has to redeem himself. He owes me a lot because nobody wants to fight him. No promoter wanted to have him on the show. Like, so I've been contacted by so many promoters that told me, yo, Ryan Taylor as a potential opponent. Like, nah, we don't want to work with this guy. We don't want to work with him. Nobody wants to work with this guy. And the crazy thing about Ryan Taylor right now is that he actually has an replacement opponent right now. Like, this dude has a replacement opponent for me, which is crazy. Like, how is this dude still fighting? Like, how is he still given an opportunity to fight after what he's done to my eye, bro?
Yeah. If you thought it couldn't get any worse, basically, he gets a new opponent. After being the cause of the last opponent, not being able to fight, you know, his last opponent being Slim, for his own actions, which apparently was breaking contract, he actually gets a new opponent. And also, Ryan also gets out of this with a black eye himself, but definitely not as bad as what Slim got. He also goes on to talk. He also goes on to talk about basically how he feels kind of betrayed and feels like Showstar, or now Kingpin, doesn't really care about him. And I would kind of feel that same way, because I would get a whole new 2 opponents. I would take them both out. I wouldn't even let Ryan even be a part of this. Like, I feel like a lot of people would think the same as well.
Like, it just shows that this organization does not give a shit about my eye, does not give a shit about my health. You know, like, they don't give a fuck about me. It's like, I was just a prop to build some hype for their show. Like, they don't give a fuck about my health or anything. Like, they don't understand that I'm taking this boxing seriously, and this shit potentially ruins so many opportunities for me in the future. Like, what if I legit went blind, bro? Like, that shit would have affected me for life. Ryan Taylor is a clown, and he needs to pay for this shit. Like, he should never ever be allowed to box again. Like, he needs to be blacklisted. This man needs to be, he is such a
And also, one thing I want to add is that a lot of people are actually dropping out of the fighter card. There's a woman YouTuber that is getting out of the event because basically there was a lack of communication and no one knew that Ryan Taylor was going to be on this card. So even if you get a card with Ryan Taylor on it, you're going to be apparently losing fighters and also probably losing money. So people are now going to be getting out of the card. I'm expecting more people to come out besides just this one lady about this. Also, this lady says that they like kicked her and stuff like that, like her opponent kicked her and all this other stuff. So from what it seems like, there's more scummy people and just weird stuff going on this card. I'm going to play this little clip.
But first, people are starting to pull out of the event. That's right, Astrid Wet versus Ellie Brooke. This fight is no longer happening. Astrid uploaded a video titled, "Why I'm No Longer Fighting in the Kingpin Boxing Event." And Astrid basically said, like, my opponent kicked me. I didn't know Ryan Taylor was going to be on the card. They didn't tell me this stuff. Watch this.
Things have changed from what we first thought when we signed 6 to 7 weeks ago. The names that we were given at the point of contract were very well known and well respected content creators. The matchup sounded great, but none of these people were signed and nobody had a say in who would be on the undercard of the fight. No disrespect to anybody that's fighting either. Ryan Taylor was added 2 days ago. In his last boxing fight, he headbutted his opponent, and that was at the Showstar event. He shouldn't be allowed in the ring ever again, let alone to fight 3 months later. Kingpin is a rebrand from Showstar, the same company that had Ryan last.
So there were multiple reasons, but that was one of the reasons, Ryan Taylor being involved in. I'm just shocked, and I think we're all shocked, that after Ryan intentionally headbutted his opponent, that he would even have a chance like this.
It's a very strange thing going on here. But understandably, she did leave, and I think more people will, especially if they're getting treated like these two have, and also with Ryan Taylor being on there. But that's going to be the end of the video for now. That's the whole updated situation. Slim just posted 4 hours, posted a new video 4 hours after this that I included in here. It was like the second part of the video. But yeah, let me know what y'all guys think about this in the comments down below. Jake Paul, like, if this fight doesn't go out, or doesn't happen at all, I wouldn't be surprised, and also, the card could end up just honestly being really bad after people are dropping out and stuff. So, generally, don't pay for it, especially if you're still going to be on it. We'll see what happens in the future. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments down below. There's still more fights like KSI and Jake Paul. Jake Paul has his own fight coming up, and then KSI has his own fight coming up in the same month. Jake Paul's is in August 6th. Because it had to be moved because Days In or whatever, the old promotion for KSI and a few other people, that old promotion basically had a fight scheduled for the same day, and then KSI and Jake Paul went back and forth. So you might be able to see KSI and Jake Paul in 2023. Maybe even this year, but most likely 2023 is what people are expecting to see them two fight. We don't even know Jake Paul or KSI's opponent yet. I cannot wait to see this. If y'all want to know who KSI's opponent and Jake Paul's opponent is going to be as soon as possible, make sure to subscribe to me because I'm going to be getting on that pretty fast. But that's going to be it for today. Make sure to tell me what y'all think about this in the comments down below. This is a very long video, actually. But if you stayed around for this long, thank you. The big old chunk of footage from Slim here, that's about 4 minutes or less long. There's so much information in there that I wanted to have in there. It also, every time I was going to like trim it down, it seemed like there's also something else important going down. So yeah, thank you for watching if you got this far. Let me know what y'all thought about this situation in the comments down below, and I will see you all next time. Peace, peace.